From November 26 to 28, 2018, Government of Côte d'Ivoire, with the support of the World Bank Group, hosted the 2018 Ease of Doing Business Initiative Annual Conference. The EDBI conference is a peer-to-peer learning and networking platform on business environment reforms measured by the World Bank Group's Doing Business Report.
L'amélioration de l'environnement, des affaires et de la compétitivité d'une économie est un engagement sur le long terme. Il est crucial pour l'émergence de l'Afrique. Les réformes que vous portez contribuent à créer les conditions de l'expansion du secteur privé en Afrique. Quand on sait que le secteur privé est aujourd'hui au cœur des solutions du développement, on comprend l'importance de ces réformes.
The theme for this year's conference was Improving the Business Climate and Economic Growth Challenges in Africa.
Je voudrais exprimer toute ma reconnaissance au groupe de la Banque mondiale et à tous les organisateurs pour avoir accepté que cette conférence se tienne pour la première fois dans un pays d'Afrique francophone et singulièrement d'Afrique de l'Ouest.
Delegates discussed how reforms measured by the Doing Business Report contribute to improve the competitiveness of business environments in Africa and help attract and retain more private investments, create jobs, and support an inclusive economic growth. Over the past decade, Sub-Saharan Africa has improved to become the top performing region globally in the Doing Business Report. The 2019 edition of the report confirmed this trend.
The venue where we belong, where we are today, and the event itself is our regional peer-to-peer learning platform, and countries take this work very seriously. Today we're here with more than 30 economies who came to learn from each other, who came to be inspired from each other. And I'm very happy to say that for the first time we're actually in West Africa. So I'm very optimistic about the potential of reform spreading to these economies, and I think they take this very seriously too.
32 countries, a record number, were represented at the EDBI conference, a sign of the high momentum amongst governments in the region to improve their country's business environments.
Make them better in terms of not only the foreign investors, but the local
Liberia
investors, our
participated
SMEs.
in
Those
the
are the ones that
EDBI
matter
2018
when it
conference.
comes to improving and creating jobs in our countries.
Liberia participated in the EDBI 2018 conference.
President of Liberia, His Excellency President Weah, has set up a national committee. That national committee is currently, the technical committee is currently chaired by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. At the committee, we have both government players and we also have the private sector players. So we've brought together businesses from Liberia in the private sector. We've brought together agencies and institutions that have key issues. See, in Liberia, we also work together as a team recently to begin the conversation around doing business and to expand how we can improve on doing business in Liberia. So I think this conference is very important, and it is a way to reinforce what we have just started at the level of the government.
Discussions at EDBI 2018 highlighted the importance of integrating business-friendly reforms in government's development roadmaps, the need to better monitor how private sector perceives those reforms, and reflect private sector's voice in the reform process. Delegates also stressed on the importance to encourage alternative solutions to SME financing, notably through venture funds and business angels. Rwanda was designated to host the next EDBI conference in 2019.